Good day, folks. It's Mehdi from Mehdi's View. I've been using the OnePlus 2 for a little over a week and a half now, and I just wanted to show you guys how is it that's working, how is it that's it's working for me, and a few of the settings and the way my phone is currently set up. So just wanted to quickly walk all of us through where we stand as of now, 1 week later, 1 week into the OnePlus 2. So as you can see, first things first, I have changed the launcher. Now, I was a huge fan of Yahoo AV8, even on my OnePlus One, and therefore I use the Yahoo AV8 on my OnePlus 2. It's brilliant. Nothing, no offense to Oxygen, in that I loved Oxygen. It was sort of um, vanilla, vanilla version of Android. However, the only thing that drew me, I mean, I was still okay to use Oxygen. I was still okay to use its sort of very vanilla customizing options because I have Xposed on my installed on my phone, so I can jazz my phone up that way via Xposed. However, there's one thing that I was a little bit annoyed of was the fact that I couldn't change my icon packs. I'm a huge fan of icon packs, and I like my phone to be a lot more contrasty, my icons to be a lot smaller, that sort of thing. So therefore, as you can see, my icons are a lot smaller. The first thing I've done is basically I've rooted the phone. In my previous comment, my previous post on OnePlus One forum, I was very excited. I actually rooted the phone right on the day I bought the phone was delivered to me. So all of that was fine. I rooted the phone. I've changed the DPI from 480 to 360. So this is how it looks like. All of my icons right here. This is sort of the one, the Yahoo's AV8s. The three screens in Yahoo AV8, if people don't know it. One is the home screen. This one. Second one is the small pockets of information or things that you use on a daily basis, like productivity, utility, social, entertainment, photography, and such. And then all your apps are basically here. So this is your app drawer right now. So three sort of screens, in fact, four screens. If I turn from my home screen this side, it gives me where I am, what it is that, what's happening on the day, and a few settings on this side. So that's how my phone looks like as of now. So it's Yahoo AV8, heavily contrasted. I love my fonts. I think these are the MIUI, the Xiaomi MIUI font pack I found on the Play Store. So and this is how they look like. Uh, a few things. I talked about the Xposed framework, so let's just quickly go into the Xposed framework and show you what worked for me and what hasn't worked for me. Number one, yes, you can flash your Xposed framework on this. So I've done that too. As soon as I rooted the phone, I wanted the Xposed framework. So because there's a few modules that I was very used to on my OnePlus One, I really wanted them back on my OnePlus 2. So here you go. The modules which I currently use are Amplify, ChromePie, although it's enabled and whatnot, but for some reason it doesn't work on my OnePlus 2. So that's a takeaway here. Gravity Box brilliantly works like a charm. Greenify works like a charm. iPhone Donate, I love this because as you can see, I have changed the iPhone, the font pack, and so I kind of like this font that as opposed to the thing that comes out of the box. So iPhone is my go-to module for changing the fonts. Z Power Nap. So this is the Sony Ericsson. So I think the Sony feature that someone sort of developed by not someone. I'll tell you what, by Stamina apparently. So they've developed one. So apparently it's brilliant. But I wasn't quite sure what was giving me the boot loop. Once you're rebooting your phone, there was an incredibly long boot loop. Either it was the XBlast tools or the Power Nap. So I wasn't sure which one was it. So therefore, I've sort of disabled the two. The rest of them work like a charm, and I think ChromePie also doesn't work. So between Amplify, Gravity Box, Greenify, iPhone Donate, I can pretty much, um, you know, save my battery using Amplify and Greenify, and also do a heap of customizations with Gravity Box and iPhone Donate. So that's sort of a learning for me on the Oxygen. Apart from that, various sort of I just wanted to basically show you the kind of apps that I'm currently using. Obviously your shopping apps, Amazon's here. So I want to just quickly bring out a few things like the Cinema V5, like the one here, the Cinema V5, sorry, FV5. Um, it's weird because the FV5 has two options. One is the cinema, the other one is the camera. On my OnePlus One, used to be in love with the camera FV5, and obviously, in the method of sort of induction, the fact that they've also had the cinema app really worked for me because it used to go back and forth between video and photos, between cinema and camera FV5. However, what I've realized is on the OnePlus 2, the cinema FV5 does not work. The camera FV5 does not work. However, the cinema does. So that's a bit of a bummer for me right now. I am using the stock app that came with the phone, the camera app. The other camera app here was the one that I used to use also was my go-to selfie app for on my OnePlus One, which was the OPPO, the Oppo camera app, which can actually only be flashed through the recovery and not installed from anywhere. And it had the whole heap of modules in it, like the Beautify module and HDRs and time lapse and a whole heap of other stuff. Unfortunately, I can't use that on this for some reason. It doesn't work even if I flash it properly. So I had to actually remove the camera FV5 app out, and I'm just stuck with the cinema. And this is the two go-to apps. So the stock camera that app that came with the phone, and for my videos I use the cinema FV5, Chrome beta and whatnot. So I'm going to just quickly only show you the ones that are outside of the stock apps that are come up, and something that are my go-to apps on a daily basis. ES Explorer, I mean, long behold, let's not even get there. It's a brilliant app. So I might want to just do a 20-minute video on just ES Explorer. That's how good it is. My news apps, Flipboard and Feedly, are the two apps that are my go-to apps for news. A few other one, Gravity Box, I've already talked to you about. Greenify is something that saves ensures my wake locks and alarms are controlled. So I love that. Apart from that, there's nothing much here. Yeah, HMA, Hide My Asp, is something that I've been using for a little over 3 years or 4 years now even. I love it. It's my go-to app for VPN connection to watch Netflix and the likes in the regions where Netflix is not available. So like in India, in the Middle East, those sort of places where Netflix isn't available, I tend to use the HMA app. iPhone Donate, I've already talked about. Brilliant app for changing the so I'll just actually quickly open it. So it's a brilliant app to change. You have all of these. There are like so many of them that you can change the fonts that you can change to. I think my go-to ones were the ones that I've downloaded were these ones, the Handel Gothic. What you see currently on my phone right now is the Handel Gothic one. I love it. So with that said, I'm going to quickly go back to this Jazz Radio. I love this app. Something which is different than the normal apps. My Mail, I downloaded it, but my go-to email client right now is the Typemail. I used to be a My Mail fan, but after using Typemail, there's no going back. There's no looking back at all. One is a very good app. With this one, we basically aggregates a lot of news feeds from I think it is Hacker News and Reddit and Product Hunt, Slashdot, Designer News, GitHub, Medium, Readability Top Reads. So this is like a tech tech geek, someone like me and my interests of technology and the latest products that are out there on a real time basis. I get to know because of this one app. I think that I love this one app. A few other apps. The Power Nap is something that I am testing right now. It is the Sony app for better battery performance. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. So that's that. ROM Toolbox Pro, my go-to app to do my anything to do with my rooted ROM, changing my DPI, screens DPI, or managing the apps or managing the tasks that I have, changing a few bits pieces here and there on the build prop. So I tend to use the ROM Toolbox Pro for all of that. Let's see, what does S have? Sunrise is something um, that I've grown accustomed to. I love Sunrise. That's why using the ROM toolbar, I went and deleted the stock calendar app that comes through. So I Sunrise is my only default calendar app as I speak. Tiny Owl, I mean, these are all just basically location-based sort of apps, which I'm not going to go into. Viomo is a good app for beauty services of women, something that I use for my wife. Her beauty services and whatnot. She just gets on the app and then presses a few buttons, and then there are beauticians there who come to our home, and she gets things done. Xposed tools, again, I'm not too sure of whether it would. It was a brilliant tool. It was for me on my OnePlus One, but on my OnePlus Two, I am a little bit skeptical about that or the ZZ Power Nap. Between the two, something is causing my boot loops. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is sort of my screen right now. The way I've started using it, as you can see, using using the exposed module for the Gravity LP, the Gravity box. I can actually do all of this. As you can see, my battery bar, sort of as it's charging, it shows me the animations. I can put the network status up there, a whole heap of stuff that more profound customized ROMs like the Madi ROMs or the Unicorns or or even the Cyanogen mod ROMs have. So I can emulate all of that with my Xposed framework, and specifically the modules Gravity Box LP and Xblast. So using these, I can actually emulate what other ROMs have done on customization. So there you go, folks. Nothing much from a settings perspective per se. There isn't much that I actually have done with the actual stock settings of the phone, but I've sort of managed to make my phone the way I want it using Xposed framework. So I just wanted to give a not so quick. Again, I always tend to do that. I always tend to say a quick sort of video, but there's so much to tell you guys, and there's so much for me to say, and 4, 5, 6 minutes isn't just enough. So I apologize for that. Next time I try to be short. So cheerio, gentlemen and ladies, if any. And yeah, until next time. Bye bye.